7:13.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dreamforce Africa 2026, day 3. And I am excited that you guys have held on till now. I've been looking forward to this day, the last day, because the last day is power packed. We have two amazing speakers already on standby for us, and we don't want to waste time. I was trying to wait for more people to join in and trying to inform the group that we have started because I can see that we're still very few. Is it because today is Sunday? Everybody has gone out to chill. Please, please, please. Let's take a screenshot of the live and post it up. Tell everyone that we're already live and they can join in. But we won't be waiting for them. We are going to kickstart. We're going to welcome our speaker and kickstart almost immediately. But before we do that, let's just take like 2 minutes to warm up a bit. Tell me your name and if you joined in for the past 2 days. If you joined in for just one day, still notify. I just want to shout out to you. My name is Elizabeth Adaji, and I am your host for today. I've been your host for the past 2 days. The host for Dreamforce Africa 2026. And Dreamforce Africa 2026 is powered by Nsky. After today's session, we'll be introducing to you what Nsky is about, just a brief introduction. Subsequently, during the week, we're going to talk more on what we do at Nsky and subsequent programs that we will be having. So I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I'm buying time so that you guys will drop your hey, good evening, UK con Ken. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but then I see you, early bed. Thank you for joining in early. Amanda says, good evening to you too. Tell me if you joined if you joined yesterday and the day before yesterday, and how the experience has been for you. Good evening, Adiola. Good evening, Ishola. Please take a screenshot of the live and post it on your status. Tell everybody that we are live already and we are kickstarting immediately. Good evening, Inshola. Good evening, Adiola. Good evening, Chidera Emmanuel. Thank you for joining in today's live. Trust your day was great. Happy Sunday to you all. I had an amazing time in church today. Service was incredible. Service was like literally for me. A lot went on. It was like God was just speaking to me. Don't worry, let me not start preaching. But then I hope you guys had an amazing service as well. In the next 1 minute, I will be reading the bio of our speaker and adding her upstage because we don't want to keep her waiting. Adiola says her day was great. I'm glad that your day was going in the session because you cannot miss today's session. Today's session is, the icing on the cake. I don't even know what illustration to use to describe it because it's really going to be impactful because of the quality of speakers that we'll be speaking today. Just wait, let me introduce our first speaker. And then We will listen to her. It's going to be dishing a lot of Rema. Please get your notepads and I want you to welcome very warmly. I don't welcome her coldly. Welcome her like you're welcoming family. Am I even saying like you're welcoming family? Okay, so our first speaker for tonight is Blossom Ofia. Blossom Ofia specializes in helping professionals and entrepreneurs enhance their visibility and attract opportunities on LinkedIn through strategic content and personal branding. She offers coaching sessions and programs designed to improve content creation, profile optimization, and lead generation. With experience as a professional content writer and chief blogger, she has proven track record of growing readership, boosting engagement, and improving SEO rankings for various brands. Blossom Mafia focuses on organic growth methods, building brands that stand out and attract the right clients without relying solely on paid advertising. Blossom Mafia has a current following of 74K followers on LinkedIn with over 35,000 community members with a virtual ovation. With a virtual ovation. Whether it's virtual ovation, whether you're going to stand up virtually or you're going to send us clapping emoji, let us make welcome Miss Blossom Efia. Please keep it coming. I want to see those ovation. I want to see those applause.
Hi, 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 hi.
We can hear you, Ma. The floor is all yours.
Okay, you can hear me, right? Okay, so please, if you can hear me, let me just see some. I can hear you in the comment section. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can see you. I can hear you. Please, I want to be sure that I'm active and I can see the love. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And the MC for today, you've done a very beautiful job. Okay, I can see feedback from. I don't know. Can you help me pin some of the comments so I know people are active? I can see feedback from Adiola. I can see from Salvation Yamusa. I can see from. Thank you. I can see the feedback coming. Okay, thank you. That means you can see me and you can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, hello everybody once again. It's Blossom Mafia here, and one of the things that interestingly just make me so happy is when I get to talk to people like this. When I get to pass on the information that God has put in this my head. I'm like many others. They have to listen. They have to see. They have to hear. They have to be a partaker of this because I cannot be enjoying this kind of information free of charge and then I don't give it to other people that actually need it. Okay. So before we start, okay, I've heard from you guys. I just want to share a very little story about my brand because when Dan reached out to me and he gave me like a content topic to talk about today, I was very excited because what I'm going to be sharing is based off of my own lived experience. So see my notepad. I came with my notepad already, my pen, everything just to ensure that I give out, quality, I give out value, I give out what you just need to scale your brand. So if you don't have something close to you, you can try to get a notepad also so you can write down some of these things I'm going to be sharing. Sorry, I'm also going through my laptop also. I'm trying to find a way to see your feedback and then also communicate with you guys. Yeah, that's very important to me. Okay, so the topic for tonight from Dan, he said I should talk about why some experts never compete for attention and the invisible engine behind virality, trust, sales, and demand. Okay, when he gave me the topic, I was like, Dan, how do you expect me to preach all of this in 45 minutes? Like 45 minutes. He told me that I should not worry, that I should just go straight to the point and hit the things where they should be. said and all of that. So I believe God, I trust God that this little time we have, we are going to cover as much as we can, and you're going to leave here with value. Before I start, I want to see in the comment section, 2026 is my year. 2026 is my year. 2026 is my year. My year of global visibility, my year of clients, whatever I want, just put it there. I'm a kind of mindset shift kind of person. So I think that there's nothing I'm going to preach here tonight that would work for you except you have that shift in your mindset that 2026 is actually your year. I'm looking at the chat box right now. So if you can hear me and you know this is going to be your year of global visibility, just type it out from your heart of hearts. Put it there. It's my year. It's my year. My year of global visibility. My year of getting foreign clients. My year of beautiful. I can see it coming in. Thank you so much. It's my year of global visibility, landing my first client. Beautiful. Adiola, amen and amen. That's what's going to happen to you. I can also see Moon achieve. So that's Amanda. Amen and amen. It's going to be your year for real. Okay, so let's get started. All right, we are not many here, and it even makes it more family like. Yes, I love it. It makes it more family like. So let's see what we can discuss in this little time we have. So yes, when I came to amen, yes, amen. So when I came to LinkedIn, all right, LinkedIn has been my primary platform. It's just recently I'm trying to like stretch out to other platforms. When I came to LinkedIn initially, I would see a lot of experts, but the problem was that a lot of them were not visible. A lot of them were not visible. Like a lot of them were not visible. I had to sit down and think, okay, in the system, in these circles where we have a lot of people doing a lot of things, like if you see graphics designers, you see a lot of them. If you get to see um content writers, you see a lot of them, especially on LinkedIn. If you get to see virtual assistants, you see a lot of them. And these people are good. That's the funny part. These people are good at what they do. But we are trying to find a system. Let me time myself so I don't. Okay, this is 7:25. Okay. So these people have to kind of compete for attention, especially when you're putting out content every day. Okay. You're putting out content every day. You wake up, you scroll through LinkedIn, you write a post, you engage with other people, all of that. I don't know. You just get to see a lot of creators that are actually good at what they do. That means most of the times you come to realize that the problem is not the talent. The problem is not the talent at all, because if it's talent, talent choke on social media. I'm trying not to be specific to LinkedIn only because I know that there are a lot of people joining us from many other places, from other platforms, Facebook and the rest. But when it comes to positioning and strategically putting yourself out there, that's where the problem is. I wrote a tweet about that, I think was it last week, where I was saying that I saw a guy on WhatsApp, I think he's a photographer. I know both of them. They are doing the same services, they are doing the same thing. But one person charges almost 5 times of what the other person is charging. And you can identify quickly, trust in my brand strategies. I knew that it was the problem is from the branding, is from the positioning, is the way this person has actually carried himself so far. So you see that we have lots of talents, we have lots of experts, everybody's chasing, like you know that the human attention span self, I think is like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Nobody has time to waste time. You need to understand that you are competing with people every day for attention. This is not like a negative competition, okay? I don't want us to put myself wrong. Let's not put each other wrong. It's not like a negative competition. It's positive in a way that it's a positive competition, in the sense that this competition, like what you're doing every day with each other, is for a good cause, okay? It's for a good goal, it's for a good for a worthy kind of thing, okay? So if you keep on acting cold, naive, if you keep on just relaxing about it, it's going to get to a point where you might become invisible. So that's why as experts we are gathered here now together, just to understand the process, just to understand the systems that have worked for people and have worked for myself. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing what has worked for me so far, and I pray God is also going to work for you. Now, these systems I'm about to share would help you when it comes to virality, when it comes to trust, when it comes to sales, and when it comes to demand. So just take a note of it, and if you can, please get your pen and paper and write, because like everything I have to say, I have to write it down so I don't forget what I want to tell you guys. Now, the experts that do not compete for attention, let's say like myself now, I've grown my LinkedIn account to a point where I know I started from the bottom. Okay, I started from the bottom, and maybe that message is very important, so that some people that are meeting me for the first time and they come across my profile, they don't think that, oh, Blossom Afia just woke up one day, started writing content in 2 months, 3 months, she started doing well, she started doing better. No, that was not the case for me. Oh. That was not the case for me at all. Like my case, I had to start from the bottom. You know what you mean bottom? I started from, I think was it 2 weeks ago, I shared a post of how I started from 2 impressions and now I'm almost at 10 million impressions. Literally, that's how my journey has been. So I started and built my brand. I don't want to talk about all of that because we don't have time. I have a lot to say here. I built my brand to a point where I don't have to beg for attention. I have built a community, I've built a family of people that have gotten to trust me, to trust what I do. So even if I wake up and then I'm just like, I was sharing yesterday with my students what happened when I traveled back home for Christmas. So I was at home and then I made a post on LinkedIn that day. My sister, okay, thank you, Adiola. Oh, thank you very much. My sister picked up my laptop. Okay, she was sitting down there, so I made a post, and then a few minutes later, people started sending me messages. Blossom, Blossom, Blossom. I just saw you made new post on LinkedIn. I've been seeing K, I've been seeing H, and like she made like 5 posts with different letters. Like she's a very small, child, so she does not even know what she was doing at that particular point. H, J, K, all of that. And that post had engagement in seconds. I want you to understand what visibility can do, community building can do, trust can do. People were commenting like, "Oh, Blossom, what happened? I've seen your posts. Is everything okay? Why are you writing H?" Some people even came to laugh, save and play. "Oh, hello everybody. Oh, I know it's H that is here, but I came to greet you and all of that." You see, that was the day I realized that okay, I've actually built something very strong. That in spite of my message, I'm not saying that because of that I'm going to wake up and write randomly, but those few instances where my message are not so clear, are not so loud, are not so blossom like, people will still support me. I don't have to fight it. So we want to preach the kind of message today where as you're going back, practical advice, what you need to do for your brand, okay, you do for your brand that will not make you to be in the number. You would stand out among the experts in your niche, because I believe everybody here is an expert. Okay, that must have preached, or any of the speakers, the importance of being of excellence and standing out in your niche in terms of quality of delivery and all of that. So if you are here and you are not even yet, okay, you cannot really sit and say, okay, I am an expert, please, that's the first assignment I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give to you, because I don't want a situation where we are preaching this thing but you're not able to carry it, you're not able to receive it because you've not mastered certain skills in your niche that will help you thrive. Okay, now I've said a lot for the introduction. I'm going to list out some of those things that you do as experts that will single you out from the rest and you don't have to compete. Number one is that experts, all right, that don't want to chase attention but attract attention, they they don't have to, okay, they control what we call friction. Yes, they don't chase attention. That was how I put it down here. Now, attention is not about volume. Okay, attention is not about volume, especially if you want to build trust. It's not about volume. That's why there are platforms where you see people kind of go viral accidentally, and then after that post they come back to, let's say, they are normal. How many of us have seen things like that? Okay, I can see people in the comment section. Thank you. So how many of us have seen posts like that? Let's say today you see a creator writes post and then it goes viral, and then the next day the post the creator writes, it's like maybe 50 likes, 70 likes, it just goes back to the normal that people are familiar with. How many of us have seen things like that? Let me be sure that people are hearing me. I noticed that there is a lag between the streaming platform and the YouTube page. So let me wait a bit to be sure that people are hearing me. Okay, I can see Adiola. Adiola is the only one commenting. Okay, we have 10 people here. Okay. Mm, mostly, thank you. Thank you. Mostly, yes. Thank you, my love. That's it. Amanda. Mostly congratulatory post. Good evening there, Kane, there, Joy. It's so good to have you here. Mostly congratulatory post, like for real. You see, you see numbers and then everything goes back. So it now makes you understand that attention, winning trust and the hearts of people is not about, that volume. You have to be able to interrupt patterns. You have to understand the systems behind building a community. That means you have to change, you have to find a way to transform or transfigure your audience into a community. I was preaching that yesterday in my in a group call I usually have. You have to find a way to change the people that come to you. That viral post will give you numbers, so no doubt. But then these people have to come and become a part of your family. They have to become a community. If you're not doing that, that's the problem. That's where the problem starts. And when we also talk about friction, controlling friction, we talk about something I love to call cognitive interruption. That is, like I said, attention span is very limited and many people are scrolling LinkedIn every day. The best thing you can do is that any day you sit down to write content, first off, you have it at the back of your mind that many other virtual assistants are writing this, many other product managers are writing content, many other content writers are writing content, many other graphics designers are writing content. Okay, so the way you can stand out is for you to interrupt patterns, is for you to write a post that starts with a curiosity filled hook. Let's say, okay, initially I used to think it's just LinkedIn that hooks work. No, it works on Facebook, it works on IG, it works, okay, it doesn't really work on IG, TikTok, but you see Facebook, you see X, hooks work. You have to learn how to stop people from scrolling. Like I said, if you have a community, all right, these people are familiar with you, they trust you, they can easily see your content and like, this is Blossom Mafia, let me engage. But you need new audience, you need new people to engage with you, you need new people to stop by your posts, you need new people to comment on your posts. Okay, because that's how the algorithm pushes it to more people. The algorithm works in a way that if your content keeps showing up for the exact people, your numbers will be dropping, your impressions will drop. So for you to cause that interruption, you have to ensure that every content you put out every day reaches a new audience. A new audience. Like, take note of this, because that's the problem many people have on LinkedIn, and they become so comfortable thinking that they're just showing up for their community members. No, you're showing up for people outside of your community. And that's one of the things I just learned on X recently, because I just started growing my brand there on X as well. So it's the understanding that, okay, it's not just these selected people that I'm familiar with. I need to reach more people. So that's why your hook has to be curiosity filled. Think outside of the box. Let's say now this class, I think I've seen some people write posts about the class. You want to write a post about this class. You don't just go for the normal, or you just want to do something average, or what, just let me just put it there. No, you start from your hook. You take your time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. How do I craft a hook that is stellar? Let me think of something right now. If I was to write a post about this class, I'll be like, guess what, guys? I attended a class last weekend and I got home with a particular secret I feel most creators have missed out on. You put your exclamation marks, you put your punctuations, you put all of those things there. People are going to open the post. Why? Because they're like, what is this secret? Or maybe you write something like, you guys have been sleeping, or exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. There is this secret I learned last week that's been boosting top creators. people want to open the post and read. Curiosity. And the interesting part is that it's not just your community people that will read this post, it's going to go beyond them to people that are just passing. They've not seen you before, they've not heard your name before, they don't know what you do. They just see that content and they're like, this sounds interesting. I want to learn about this. I hope you are taking notes. Okay, I can see emojis. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So you have to learn to interrupt patterns as an expert. Many people are writing this content. From your hook, you have to learn the art of writing hooks that will stop people immediately they see it. So that's number one. Now, number two is they build demand before they build proof. A lot of experts, that's why we are experts, okay? We have this proof of work, we have the testimonials, we have the screenshots, we have the metrics, we have the feedback. All of those proof of work, yes, it's good, but you don't just come to LinkedIn and you drop a proof of work. That's not how it works. You have to learn how to build demand. Now, how do you build demand? By making sure people lean in emotionally. You are communicating with humans on any platform: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. You are communicating with humans. If your content does not hit that emotional part of them, then you are doing it all wrong. No matter what you decide to post afterwards, they might just see it and pass and celebrate you, but they don't trust you enough to want to buy from you. Trust starts from that place of emotions, that place where you are able to write a content and they see themselves, they mirror themselves in that content. Now, for example, now you want to share a testimonial on your page, which is very important because a lot of people. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Kay Hindi. I can see your feedback. A lot of people have proof of work, but they don't know how to put it out there. So instead of you coming to LinkedIn and then, let's say you took a client's account from 5 to 10,000 impressions, and you're a social media manager, you want to share it on a platform, you don't just come, yay, guess what, guys? I took my clients from this to this and that, 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 that. People will celebrate you and all of that, but would it convert? Okay, I believe the essence of putting out your social proof is so that more people will see and want to work with you. So if it's not converting, if people are seeing it and they're not working with you, that's a problem. That means you have a problem with your content. You have to learn to create demand, build build it via that content or even before. All right, you're a kind of creator where you know how to write content every day, your stories, all of that, your journey. You've been sharing your processes and you've been doing that so well. All right, you've been telling people how you went from this to this, the behind the scenes, the case studies. You've been building emotion. So the day you have that kind of content and you want to post, you sit down and take your time to write that content. Number one is that let's say I met a client who was very depressed. You know how to talk about the stories very well. You know how to like emphasize the frustration, and that's even the next point here. You know how to emphasize the frustration. You know how to emotionally connect, like your message that day. Okay, let me give you an example now with what you said. I met a client, she was very depressed, she was down, she almost gave up because she felt that her LinkedIn was not going to do this and do that. She tried everything all the experts said. You see, the process, you're sharing the process. You're sharing the process, not just the knowledge. I'm coming to that, so let me leave that part first. We're talking about proof. So you're like, okay, hi Fadila Ayuba. Oh, nice to have you and nice to hear that you had a good time yesterday. I wasn't here yesterday, Sha, but I'm going to watch it and see how it was. So yes, where was my train of thoughts? Um, See why I don't like getting distracted, but I have to be sure that people are following up. Okay, so she has received a lot of advices from experts from here, from there. She has attended so many trainings and all to no avail. She has been showing up consistently, daily, without results. Okay, so you're able to bring that together. You're able to package it in a way that um someone reads and the person can see his or her pain in that story. Whatever you're saying after that, it's easier for people to trust you because now it's more realistic. It's more natural that you went from this to this and this was how the process was for you. Okay, so that's how to sell your proof of work on any platform. Add emotions to it. Add emotions to it, add the pain points of your audience to it, let them mirror themselves in that content, and it's going to convert. After that, if you now finally tell us, okay, yes, but when she met me and we did worked on some of our systems and strategies, I noticed that her impressions started increasing week after week, and now she's at 16,000. I'm so excited ahead. Then you can now bring your excitement and all of that into it. So people are not just congratulating you, people are able to see the journey, the process, the pain that actually took this particular creator, your audience, to actually get there. Exactly. Trust starts from a place of emotion. So you have to be, yeah, thank you so much, Fadila. So you have to share it and emotionally connect with them. That's very important. Even for your celebratory posts, if you're on LinkedIn and other platforms where you like prioritize celebration, you have to understand that it's not just by jumping and hey. Sometimes just calm down and emotionally connect with your audience. It's going to convert, it's going to go far. I'm telling you from personal experience, all right? Now, the next thing I'm going to say is a continuation. When you are teaching information, when you want to teach and pour out your knowledge on any social media platform, my dear, in your content calendar, in your content system, ensure that you have you have some days where you share your behind the scenes, the scars that took you there. Storytelling is the most powerful weapon when it comes to content in 2026 across all platforms. Information is everywhere, okay? I can literally pick up my second device and then I go to ChatGPT and then I'm like, ChatGPT, how far? Oh, hi bestie, how are you? How are you doing? I want to learn about AI automations. I want you to draft a 6 week plan, a 7 week plan, a just draft something for me and give me what I can learn every day. And ChatGPT is going to give me, everything step by step. Okay, information is everywhere. Information is everywhere. But what's your story is what makes the difference. Your story is what differentiates you from another creator. Okay, because let's say now you're a content writer on LinkedIn, you want to talk about hooks. Everybody will want to talk about hooks at some point. But what differentiates your content that has to do with hooks and another content that has to do with hooks is your story. That's how powerful your story is, and that's what makes it unique. The fact that you can come and tell us, I was a very bad writer when I came to LinkedIn. 3 months into my journey, my hooks were very funny and I felt so bad I almost gave up. But the day I realized this particular hook, it took my account from this to this and that. Personalized experience, lived experience. That's what people want to see. That's what is going to sustain your attention. That's what's going to sustain your virality and eventually build trust. Okay, because now we know that trust is that currency you need on any social media platform, both to get followers, to get clients, to get opportunities, to get gigs, all of the above. You need trust. You need trust. So authority now is not more of like I know more than you. Mm-mm. That's not authority in 2026. Authority is I have bled where you. Oh, sorry, someone just sent me a message. I've bled where you are standing, okay? I've been in your shoes. That's authority. That's how to pass a message better in 2026. So instead of generic advice, maybe come to a platform and you're just dropping generic stuff. No. Take your time, sit down, and then craft a story. How does this relate to you? Where did you start from? Okay, your before and after, all of that. It converts a lot on social media, and that way you don't have to struggle with people for attention because your story is unique to you. Okay, you bring your story, you put it out there, that's everything you need. All right, that's another important point. Now, another thing now that I feel most experts make mistake is when it comes to offers and sales. Okay, if you're still with me and you're learning something, let me just see some reactions, some emojis, I don't know. Just type something. Let me be sure that people are here with me and they're still participating. Okay, I can see some hearts coming in. But let me read from. Okay, I can see Adiola Tayo. Okay. Okay, I can see emojis. Right on my in there. Okay, I can see Joyce. Okay, okay. Thank God, thank God. Okay, let's keep moving then. We don't have much time left. So the next mistake I see a lot of creators make is that they don't they try to like sell offers. All right, they try to. Okay, thank you so much. I can see. Okay, thank you. They try to sell their offers like, they are trying to sell fast. You know, everybody wants to sell, everybody wants to make money, but first of all, calm down and breathe. Especially when you're new to a platform, the first thing that should be on your mind is not sales. All right, it should be value. It should be value. It should be value. See, when you give to people, when you're valuable, when it comes to sales, you will not struggle to make sales. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm a living testimony. Okay, when I started doing some of my classes and all of that, before that, people knew me for, oh, Blossom content. If you read my content, no value, all of that. I can sit down and write a content just because I want to ensure that people are learning and they've gotten something from it. So when it was time for me to sell, it was not difficult for me at all, because first off, I have gotten trust. Okay, I built trust. People trusted me. And then secondly, I had a community of people that were very, very loyal to me. And they just knew that, oh, if Blossom is teaching this, that means her class should be more exclusive. It should be very exclusive. That was it for me. So it was easy for me to convert. But a lot of experts on a platform, you've not built authority to an extent. You just want to start selling. No, that is wrong. Please don't do that. All right. Now, when it's time for you to sell, let's say you've graduated from the trust phase, and now you want to make sales on a platform, please, you are not begging people. You're not begging people to come to your class or your session or your this or your that. Yes, you have to market your products and all of that, but please, you are the value giver. I was telling people yesterday, they were laughing. Even job seekers, I have to say that here, you're looking for a job. I believe we are experts, so we built ourselves to a point where we have what our recruiters want. Okay, we have what our clients want. But if you literally position yourself well, or maybe you're sounding like someone that is desperate or you're begging, that's where the problem is. They will now play with you. No, you are a value giver, not just a job seeker, not just a random creator looking for clients. You are a value giver. So anytime you have an offer, please ensure that the access is rare. Like, it's rare, it's giving scarcity. All right, it's rare, it's giving scarcity. This is very important. So you don't just put your link out maybe every day. You're just putting it in front of everybody. It's now making it look as if you are trying to. No, 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 no. I'm not saying it's bad per se, but you have to understand that too much availability, that familiarity thing and all of that, it works. So it's how it happens in marketing. You have to learn how to craft an offer in a way that, yes, you're putting it out there, but it feels very exclusive. It feels scarce. It feels rare. Mhm. There's something I did on LinkedIn. Was it 2 days ago? Yes, it was the first day I tried something like that, but interestingly, it worked. The link to this class, I didn't put it in the comment section. I didn't put it in the comment section, and I didn't put it on the post. I said, let me just try. Not really. I wanted to try. I just knew that the algorithm will act drama, so I was like, okay, let me just tell people to signal interested. And the number of people that said they were interested, I was surprised, because it was different. Maybe probably in their mind they're like, this thing feels exclusive for Blossom not to put it on her profile. Are we catching it? A lot of people, in fact, just ensure that yes, you have an offer, but you're able to package it well. Package it well. Let people know you for premium this, premium that, your books, your courses, whatever. Just ensure you do that. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to why some experts never compete for attention is understanding the algorithm. Okay, in fact, if you're on a platform and you've not taken out time to study the algorithm, please go and do it. I know that the algorithm can be a very, very funny, jealous, mood swingy kind of person, whether he's a man or a woman. But then You have to do your own due diligence and study. At least have some things on your mind. Like I said, I've been on LinkedIn for a while, so I've studied the LinkedIn algorithm. But even at that, I noticed that from time to time it changes. And myself, I have to be conscious of that change and ensure that I am not sleeping when it changes. That's why you have to be a sensitive creator. You're not just a creator, you have to be sensitive to changes that are happening on any platform. For example, X now, building on X. I noticed that X now, the algorithm is very funny. So for the past few days and weeks, I could literally sleep on X because I'm trying to understand, okay, what is making a post do better than this other post? And the funny thing about X is that it's very different. And I'm sure it's for all, the same for other social media platforms. Let's say if I want to go to Facebook right now, there are some things that the algorithm they loves and all of that. You have to study those things. So if you want to stand out, you have to understand the algorithm now is beyond human actions. Okay, it's beyond a set of bots and all of that, and it actually focuses on human behaviors. That's how I'm going to put it, because whenever we say algorithm, I think some people just see that like a robot, AI, and all of that. Yes, but if you want to be that creator, that expert that does not compete for attention, you have to shift your focus from the algorithm to the people. Okay, that's why if you ask me, my own personal definition of the algorithm is not what ChatGPT will tell you or Google will tell you. My definition of the algorithm is the people, because it's the way people react to these things that the algorithm would actually follow. Okay, so you have to shift your mind from the this thing I'm telling you now is what is helping me on X to some extent, because if you focus on impressions, let's say even on LinkedIn now, if you focus on impressions, you will not serve the people. You are literally serving the bots, you're serving AI and all of that. No, that's not how it should be as a creator, as an expert. Whether your likes are 5 or 10 or 20, you know that you have written this content for this particular group of people and it has served them, it has reached them, the message has been passed across to them and they've gotten the value. That is everything you want. That's okay. Okay, that's like when I was a beginner, when I was starting like my content creation on LinkedIn. One of my mantras I would always tell myself is that, Blossom, if your content can touch just one person, your target audience, just one, I am okay. That's why if I write a content today on LinkedIn and my impressions drop, I'll go through my comment section. If I can find one person, two people, 5 people, 10 people telling me, Blossom, this content was for me. I really needed this content. It helped me. That is everything. Now, I'm saying this because there's some people that are going to create content for their ideal clients, and those contents will not do well because other people in your audience, they don't understand, the jargons, the technical words here and there. You don't have to worry yourself, you don't have to kill yourself. As long as this content has gotten to the person you want it to get to, that is enough. I know a lady, there was a time that there was one that challenged me on LinkedIn one time. She made a post about getting a client. This lady had like 2,000 followers on LinkedIn. Her post was just doing like 50 likes and all of that, but she's a content writer and she knew how to write content in spite of the numbers she was having. She knew how to write content in a way that it was targeted to the people she wanted it to be targeted to. And because of that, she got her clients. Okay, let's imagine this lady decided to, oh, my content are not doing well, I don't like the numbers and all of that. Let me start talking about LinkedIn. Or maybe you're on Facebook, let me start talking about Facebook. Or maybe you're on X, let me start talking about X. Because you know that those contents will do well. You leave your primary point of assignment, you leave your primary niche just to ensure you're pleasing everybody. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to intentionally understand the algorithm and your audience and your why. The reason why you're creating a content. If you're here and you just post randomly, no, 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 no. We don't do that in 2026. Every content should have a purpose. Today I'm writing a content for visibility. So I just want to see the likes and I'm going to be happy. Tomorrow I'm writing a content for my ideal clients. I want to get the DMs. So even if that content has like 20 impressions, but one person has reached out to you, you are okay. All right. The next day I'm writing a content just to build trust. and then you notice that people that are reading it, they are really, flowing with the content, vibing with the content, they connect with the content. That is okay. So every single content should have a purpose, whether it's a long form content, a carousel, a video, whatever you're putting out there, so that you can measure and track what it's, you know, track the result, track the outcomes of this content. Very, very important, very, very important. So now let's talk about LinkedIn, for example. If you're on LinkedIn here, there's something we call dwell time. I know it happens on other platforms, but at least I understand the LinkedIn algorithm to some extent. Since we're talking about the algorithm, there's something we call dwell time, there's something we call, likes, what we call likes. Now, dwell time would always beat likes on LinkedIn. That's why, that's why someone can write a post and the person has 100 likes and the person has 5,000 impressions. Another person can write a post and has 500 likes and 1,000 impressions. Okay, dwell time. The algorithm looks at how long people stay on your post, and that's why I say your post has to start with a curiosity filled hook. It must and it should, all right? It should start with a curiosity filled hook, because it's that hook that will lead people in to continue reading. They want to keep reading your content, they want to keep watching your content. Okay, if it starts that way and you're able to balance your hook and your body, you are good to go. Like, you are literally good to go, because now people can actually take their time to read your content. So the more time they dwell on your content, the more reach you're going to have. That's how the algorithm works on LinkedIn. Now, it also applies to your profile. When we talk about profile optimization, if you're on LinkedIn, the same thing. If you're able to craft a stellar profile that people are going from one section to another, the algorithm will fall in love with you. So the algorithm is not even just the algorithm is a lot of things. It doesn't just focus on your content per se. It looks at your engagement, the people you engage with, the quality of the engagement, what you are talking about, the niche. Then let's now talk about your profile and all of that. So the algorithm looks at so many things. So you have to be very conscious and sensitive. That's why when we talk about niche down sometimes, it's not because people don't want you to show your talent. It's because the algorithm picks this thing. The algorithm doesn't want you to wake up today and you're a graphics designer. The next day you're posting content writing. The next day you're talking about LinkedIn. The next day you're doing motivation and all of that. Your content system is so scattered. If you have that kind of thing going on, your impressions, your reach, your numbers would scatter as well. So it's like scatter here, I scatter there. So we don't want that to happen in 2026. You have to try your best to niche down to fall in love with the algorithm and also make the algorithm fall in love with you. Okay. Now, serves over impressions. Gone are those days where you would you say that a post that does well is based off of impressions. No. Now it saves. It's more of like the number of people that saves. In fact, I feel saves even does better than likes. Okay, if you can create a content and more people are saving it, your impressions will skyrocket, your impressions will do better. All right, so it saves over likes and comments. Yes, it does better even on LinkedIn. So I think the least on that chain is likes and comments. So it's like saves are more important. Okay, shares like sending it outside of LinkedIn or maybe to messages. So we have shares, we have saves, then we have reposts, then comments, then likes. So in that order, okay, that's how the algorithm kind of like prioritizes your reactions, the metrics you get every day. So each of these things are important. You just know how to write content that will make more people save, and then it's going to do well. Then the last one, like I said, shares over comments. Now we have like 5 minutes left, and I'm going to run through what I call pause, PAUSE, practical framework for you to retain attention. You don't have to compete. You just, as a creator, you can just sit down, create, and then you're okay, because you know that what you've done that day suffices. Number one, P stands for planting an open loop. We've talked about curiosity and I've given an example. Please, every single post you put out, ensure that it starts with curiosity. Create that open loop pattern that people want to read the next line. And that's why I love a particular definition of the word hook, where they say that every line is a hook in your post, not just the first line. Okay, because some people feel that after the first line you can now play around the content, or maybe try to deceive people with the body of the content as regards to what you wrote earlier in your hook. No, first off, it should match. Okay, the hook and the body should match, and your call to action. Every post should have a call to action. We're not doing content class, but every post should have a call to action. But let's say you're starting with a hook and you're able to craft a curiosity filled hook. Every line that comes in, remember what we said, we've talked about dwell time, okay, save, shares, and all of that. If people don't get to read from you completely, they will not save it, they will not repost, they will not share. So every single line is a hook. One line should lead to another line, another line, another line. All right. Now, the next one, A, is aim for desire, not just proof. We've talked about that. Describe the frustration very well. You know, I used to say hyperbole, exaggeration, hype. Ensure you spend time in stretching. Talk about the exaggeration. In fact, talk about the frustration. Ensure that you exaggerate it very well. This my client was pained. She was unhappy. She could not eat for days because of this, or maybe I showed up for weeks and I did not understand what was going on. It felt as if my world was going to end. I thought I could not even come out of this. Make sure you talk about the frustration well, because that's the part that connects you more to your audience than even the proof that you've brought. And once you're connected to them, you can easily sell to them. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is use one clear direction. That's for you. Remember, we're doing pause, Pause, pause. So you is use one clear direction. Every post should have one clear message, one clear call to action, one target audience. Okay, you don't have to do everything at once in a post. Okay, like I used to tell, there's this particular line I love to use. Like, if my post can reach one person, it's more than enough. Okay, if you can connect with one person, is enough. So it's like, I call it the rule of one. So it's like, talk to one and chase 1,000. Okay, no, talk to one and attract 1,000. So if you can write a post that directly touches one person, another person somewhere will read it and could also feel touched, and before you know it, it becomes a chain of action. So your post should be focused on one person, one direction, one message. You don't have to share everything at once. Thank God for storytelling. So let's say you want to talk about hooks, you can use storytelling to talk about those hooks. You tell a story and then you tell people how to write hooks. That's okay. You don't have to do everything about content on a post. You don't have to mention all the steps, all the formulas, all the tips in one post. So that singles you out, and that's even eight. It's eight comprehension as well. People don't get confused. Now, S stands for speak from scar tissue. We've talked about that, so we don't take much time. Ensure that you share what costs you time, what costs you money, what costs you peace. Those are the things people want to learn. In fact, I think it was even more practical when I made my first post on X. People were like, yes, it's the mistakes we want to learn. It's not even the tips and the tricks and the hacks. Those mistakes you learned. That was the day I knew that it's very important. So those things that cost you, those scars that you feel that someone can look at and learn, ensure you share them via your proof of work, or maybe just, even if you want to share a tip, okay, ensure that most of your content you're able to connect it to your beginning, from to where you started. Okay, very important. Now, the last one is eliminate effort. So you don't have to overdo when it comes to selling. Don't try to be overly convincing, trying as if maybe you're trying to force people to do this and do that. That's why me, like, if I want to say, I sell from a place of knowledge that I'm you are the one going to get from me. In fact, I don't think I've sold anything that the value is not more than the cost price. Let me put it that way. So I know that for each sales I make, anything, any offer I bring out, just know definitely that the value is more. So if you don't get it, you're the one losing out. Okay, not me. So I'll do my own best in terms of promotion, sales, marketing, and all of that. But then I don't sound desperate. I don't make it look as if I'm forcing it on people, or I'm trying to like over convince them to buy and all of that. So when people see that, it feels, remember what we talked about, it feels exclusive, it feels rare, and all of that, that's when it's going to convert the most. It's human psychology, it's understanding the way human behaviors work and all. So the next thing I'm going to say, it's just a summary. Okay, if you want to stand out, if you don't want to compete, okay, when it comes to going viral, sustaining virality and all of that, please, you have to be very observant. I think that's going to be my rounding point, because I want to have time for questions. Yes, I want to get to hear your questions and then answer some of them. So when you want to go viral, you want to talk about standing out, sales, marketing, all of that, you need to understand human psychology. You're not doing things because someone else is doing it. You're doing things because you've studied your audience and you've noticed a pattern. This is what works for them. This is what has been helping them. This is what has been guiding them. And you're like, okay, I can replicate this. I can use it to create my own systems. I can use it to create my own structure. Human behavior very important. So when you do a particular thing and you notice that it's doing well, replicate it, double down on it, because somewhere somehow it has touched somebody here, touched somebody there, and it's the same thing with viral posts. I always tell people, if you have posts that have done very very well, if you've had like posts that have really 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 done well, go back, sit down, look at those posts, notice the way people commented, what they were saying. All right, it's these patterns that will help you replicate that and you do better next time. I know. So I just hope, Sha, with all that we've talked and discussed so far, that you've actually learned something. I don't have much time and I don't want to touch other areas, but I think we've been able to discuss a bit about posting, algorithm, content. We've talked a bit about sales and marketing. We've talked a bit about building trust and community, um, and all of that. So I believe it helps. So let me just see some engagements once again, some emojis. Have you learned something in this few minutes? Yes, I know Elizabeth is coming for me. That's why I had to just rush and finish. Elizabeth, are you here? So yes, so let me just see some emojis while we're waiting for her to join. I want to answer a lot of questions before I go. So that's very important to me. Okay, okay. Oh, I've
Okay.
seen
Thank you
Adiola.
very
Yes, you're welcome. You're
much.
welcome. Oh, thank you so much, my
Thank
love.
you
I've seen your
very much
engagement. You've been
for
engaging, and I really appreciate you. Kay in there, thank you so much. I'm glad you learned something. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Elizabeth, over to you. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much. I see you there. Thank you so much. So, Elizabeth, can you hear me?
thank
Over to
you.
you.
Thank you. Questions in the comment section, and Miss Blossom will just take them, answer them, and as soon as it is 10 minutes, as soon as it's 10 minutes, I will just come up back and we'll call it a session for Miss Blossom session. Okay, good evening, everyone. I noticed that I was speaking and I'm not sure you guys were hearing me. So please drop in the comment section if you can hear me. So we'll take the questions, the question and answer session. Okay, Amanda, you can hear me now. Thank you. Thank you. So I was speaking earlier to take our questions. I think we lost our speaker. I'm just going to bring her back up stage so that okay, since you guys said you can hear me, hello, Miss Blossom. Can you hear me now? Hello, Miss Blossom. Can you hear me now?
Sorry, please, Elizabeth,
Hello,
I
Miss
can't hear
Blossom.
you.
Can you hear me now?
I don't know if it's just me.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just drop it in the comment section so I know if it's my network. Ah, God. Hello, Miss Blossom. Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, you can hear me. That means it's not my network. It's probably from her. I was just about to read the questions for her, but she has logged out again. I think it's her network. Okay, then. Now I've even lost the first question in the in the midst of the comments. Where are the questions? Um, I think I saw it earlier. Okay, Mary Chidera. Hello, Miss Blossom. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Great, great, great. So I think that we just had like a little network glitch. So I was just about to read the questions so that you can answer. And I said earlier that it was such an amazing session. Thank you for speaking to us. Thank you for giving us all these great strategies. And we are looking forward to working with it, guys. That's what we do here. We work with strategies. We don't just listen to them. So quickly, Mary Chidera has a question. She said, so I made a post on LinkedIn a few days ago and it had a lot of impressions and reposts as well as likes. I'm not sure where the question is. So what's the question, Mary Chidera? Anyway, moving on to the next one. Mary Chidera, I can just drop the question in another comment. How do we craft a compelling hook? Is there a prompt to use or how to go about it?
Okay. First off, there are many prompts you can use when it comes to hooks. For me personally, my hooks, I write it from my head. So let me say that. But you could always go to ChatGPT and it will help you. Maybe help me craft a good um, curiosity field hook for my post, and maybe you put your post there or something. It could give you. But I like using my head because most times it makes it more natural. Like what I shared with you guys now. If I want to write a post tomorrow on LinkedIn as regards this, I could just think of something like um you guys, I learned something most people don't share on LinkedIn, and I feel you need to see this if you want to level up your LinkedIn in 2026. That's a very good hook. Okay, sometimes the more natural it is, because if you're not able to write a good prompt for like the AI, it's going to give you generic stuff. And that's what you don't want. So you don't want that generic this thing. But if you can craft, I'm not an AI person, at least not yet, and so I might not have that exact prompt that would guide you. But just first off, understand the psychology behind it, so that if AI gives you something, you know how to tweak it a bit to fit your audience. Yes, and it doesn't sound AI-ish or robotic. Yes, so I hope that helps. Yeah. So you just think of, like, I used to ask myself anytime I want to write a hook, what would I see on LinkedIn randomly, and then I want to click and read. So I used to tell people you are your first audience when it comes to content creation. So ask yourself, if I see this somewhere, would I want to click? And then another cheat that has helped me is the fact that I write like 3 hooks for each post and then pick the best before I put out my contents. That way it helps me, and I don't just rush to write anything. I've taken out my time to like pick the best out of the 3 of them. So that has really helped me, also really, really helped me. So yes.
Okay. Um. So Mary Chidera's question was that she made a post on LinkedIn a few days ago and it had lots of likes and reposts as well. But she used the same strategy as the first, but it didn't really go far. What's changed?
Two posts are not the same. Every post has a different audience. In fact, two posts will not even resonate with the same set of people. So you can't expect what works for one to work for the other. It's possible that the strategy would help, but the mindset should not even be that, okay, I use this and you should do this. No, it could even be that people are bored. Like, let's say you're a kind of creator, you create, and then every day you're writing content, you put a particular emoji on all the content. Over time, people get tired, all right? So it's not even about that. It's more of like I said, understanding the purpose of that post. The second post specifically, if that post was um ah, if that post was like a value growth educational kind of post, and it has still gotten to the target audience, it's very okay. The numbers will not always be the same. No two posts, even if let's say you write a post now, the interesting thing about LinkedIn is that it can either be an upward or downward trend. So, like, there was a day I wrote a post a few months ago, and the post did a particular number. The next time I repurposed that same post using almost the exact things, and I wrote it again, it did better. All right. Now, another day, I had a post that did very well, and I repurposed it and I put it out. It went lower. Okay, so these things happen. You just need to keep on writing. Okay, trying out new things as well, because I said if you do one thing repeatedly for a long time, people get tired and bored of it. So you keep trying out new things, keep engaging, especially LinkedIn. Keep engaging, keep your engagements game high, and then quality content, your numbers will always come up. I tell people, impressions on LinkedIn, likes on LinkedIn is not a straight line, it's wavy for everybody, even Jasmine Alec, even me. There are days my impressions drop. Okay. So the good thing is that your quality content is what is going to take your impressions that have dropped back up. Quality content and community, very important. So let's say you've written content, you have good impressions, the next day it drops. Your consistency, quality content and community is what to take it back up again. Even if it drops again, it will continue that way, because you have that consistency in your formula: quality content, then community. Those are the 3 things that will keep pushing it back up whenever it comes down. So just focus on that and not really the numbers at that point. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Blossom. Thank you very much. And that will be all for the questions tonight. So quickly, I need you guys to do something in the comment section. If you enjoyed Miss Blossom's session, drop comments, drop reviews like immediately. I want to have a screenshot of how this session went. So quickly, guys, let's just appreciate Miss Blossom. Appreciate her. Drop your reviews, drop your comments, drop what the session did to you. I want to have it. I'm still waiting for you guys to drop your comments and your reviews. Okay, Dr. Crypt says I haven't asked mine. Oh, so sorry, we're already out of time. You can ask it in the group, or you can ask it in the comment section, then I will forward it to Miss Blossom and forward you her answer. Adiola Tayo says this book is filled. Yes, I want to have more reviews. Drop your reviews. I want to have it. Fadila says, what kind of content do we create that will have a good impression? So we are out of time and we cannot take any more question to Miss Blossom. Okay, it is on this note, without wasting time, guys, I'm still looking forward to your comments and reviews. Anytime. I learned a whole lot. It was impactful. Thank you. Great. Great. Please still keep dropping the comments and reviews while I welcome. So thank you very much, Miss Blossom. It was really such an impactful session. Honestly, I don't like posting because I really don't know how to attract, and I'm always worried about low views. But I will definitely try your strategy. I believe it will work wonders. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you, Joyce, for your review. Thank you, Joyce. Great, great. Well, good evening again, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us. We are just about to enter the next session. And the next session, we have another amazing person with us that will be walking us through a lot. You guys should like your notebook bar, make sure it's a big one. It's a big one because you're going to be taking down a lot. So I'm just going to introduce her now, immediately. Miracle Edet is our next speaker. Miracle Edet Okon is a six figures graphic designer, brand strategist, public speaker, and entrepreneur. She is the founder of the Excellent Creatives Academy, TECA, where she coaches aspiring designers with over 1,670 people trained. Miracle Edet specializes in creating strategic brand identities and marketing visuals designed to attract high-paying clients and boost sales. She has worked for international and local brands such as the Eagles Cape Company in China, the Enriching Lives Foundation, and the Nigerian food brand Oreo's Kitchen based in Canada. She is a dedicated design coach and has authored a book titled Shut Up and Take Their Money to help freelancers and creatives learn how to price their services, position their brand, and earn what they deserve. Just reading the bio, you know that we're about to have some money conversations. And I love money conversations. So I'm going to grab my notes as well with a virtual clapping ovation. Can we make welcome Miss Miracle Edet? I want to see the comment section blowing up before I say she's free to speak. Let's see the comment section blowing up. Okay, Kehinde Joy says clear the road, and she sends clapping emoji. Kehinde says money matters. Yes, you know what we are talking about. Money matters o'clock, and all of us we are clocking in immediately, ready to hear, ready to take action. Adiola sends a clapping emoji. Please keep it coming as so that we'll listen keenly to what Miss Miracle has to say to us. Miss Miracle, the floor is yours.
And hello, everybody. Good evening and happy Sunday to everyone. Please, can you hear me? I hope I am very audible. I cannot see the chat box, so I don't know if. Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody, once again. And my name is Miracle Ediet Okun, and I am so excited to be in your midst today. So excited to be in your midst today. All right. So tonight we'll be talking about a very interesting topic, and this topic would be the reason between two creatives, or will be the reason why a creative is more successful than the other creative, even if they have the same skill sets, even if they are doing the same exact thing. This thing I want to talk about is the reason why one person gets paid more and the other person gets paid less, right? So just sit with your book and your pen and get ready to learn. All right. So today, the topic we'll be talking about is the secret system that makes the right client trust you, pay you what you're worth, and keep coming back. The secret system that makes the right client trust you, pay you what you're worth, and keeps coming back. Before we go into this topic, I want to treat a little bit about mindset. Yes, because no matter what you're being taught in this seminar, no matter what you're being taught here, it will only be fruitful if your mindset is placed, or if your mindset is fixed on a growth perspective. Because yeah, a lot of people do attend seminars, they attend conferences, but they remain the same year after year. Why? Because their mindset is limited. And I see that as familiarity. Yes, a lot of people are familiar with a certain type of income, a certain type of client, or a certain type of routine that once they see a higher income, once they see a higher inflow of jobs, they become scared because their inner thermostat is not familiar with the newness or the new thing, the new income or with air income. Let me give an example. There are some of us on this call that are very familiar with 20,000 naira. Yes, you're so familiar with 20,000 naira that you can even be saying, God, I want to make millions, I want to make millions, I want to make millions. Guess what? If that million comes, you become scared. You become so scared because your mindset, your identity as at that time, as at that point, cannot handle what you're praying for. And that is why you start like, oh, somebody can just look at my account number like this and remove all this money. All this money can just disappear. But when 20,000 naira was in your account, the money did not disappear. But when 1 million enters, now somebody can just look at your account number. Like, look at your account number, the three letters, the three numbers in your account number. They can now pick the account number and remove all your money. Can you see the mindset? So it's not about everybody wants to be rich, but can your identity adapt to what is coming? So that's why I want to treat identity and mindset first, because everything we're going to treat here is not going to work if your mindset or if your identity is fixed to a particular thing, right? Like I said before, there are some people that are so comfortable with 20,000 naira that even if they make 100,000 naira, their inner thermostat, their body will fight it just for that 100,000 naira to return to 20,000 naira, because that 20,000 naira is what feels safe to them. Yes, and that is, see, our brain, our mind is loyal to familiarity. Our minds are not loyal to success. Our brains is not loyal to success. It is loyal to what feels familiar. That is why you will always, no matter how hard you try, you would always attract what your current identity can handle. Yes, you will always attract what your current identity can handle. So why am I saying this? Because the topic says the secret system that makes you the right client, that makes the right client trust you, pay you what you're worth, and keep coming back. A lot of people think they are not worth a certain amount. A lot of people think they are not worth it. And that is why when you hear other people saying, oh, I was paid this for this same particular project you were underpaid for, you'll be like, maybe they are lying, or I don't believe them, or maybe it's a scam, or something is happening. But it's just because you feel you're not worth it, and your identity is fixed to always accept crumbs. Do you understand this? I am a graphic designer, a creative graphic designer, a professional one at that. And when I started in 2022, I started by charging 500 naira, 1000 naira. There was even sometimes I would collect God bless you as payment. There were sometimes people would tell me, oh, thank you, my child, as payment, right? That was a process for me. But as I grew, I knew that if I continue with this identity of, oh, now just 1000 naira, I will just collect, now just 500 naira, I will just collect, the big dreams, the ideas, the innovations in my head would not be possible. So what did I do? I had to learn the secret to making a client trust me, pay me what I want, and keep coming back. And keep coming back. So that is the secret I'm going to be sharing this evening. That is the secret I'm going to be sharing this evening. So in the course of, I don't know how many minutes we've spent, but did you pick one or two things from what we talked about in the few minutes we've spent here? Okay, I think we're moving. Yeah, so now back to identity. I want every one of us this evening to, after this class, just do a mind search, do an identity, will I call it an identity test? Yes, and that amount that you always feel that is very comfortable to you, that amount that you always want to fall back to, that's anyhow, if this amount is in my account, at least I can survive with it for the next 2 days. I want you to intentionally strip yourself of that identity, because it will do you more good. I'm telling you that it will do you more good. I want you to strip yourself of that identity, because essentially that identity will keep you stuck. That identity will keep you on a particular income level. And one of the best ways to grow above or grow past that identity is to make friends with people who are already doing numbers in the same skill set you're doing. Yeah, last year, one of the things I intentionally did was to make friends with people that were charging millions, six figures, thousands for a single flyer design. It sounds crazy when I was starting out. It sounds crazy when somebody says, "Oh, I charge 50,000 naira for a flyer design. I charge 100,000 for a flyer design. I charge 200,000 for a flyer design." I'll be like, "Oh, you're a thief. That's scam. Who will pay you that? Who will pay you that?" Till I had to strip myself of that identity, and I had to intentionally tell myself, "Mercury, you're worth this. You're going to try it. It's not going to be easy." See, when people say, "Oh, charge what you're worth," you are more than what you even think you're worth. Yeah, you are more than what you even think you're worth, but we just like to put a particular price, right? So when people say charge what you're worth, and you are trying to like upscale your price, it's a normal thing for you to have fears. Yes, fear is normal. And that's one of the things that guided me in raising my prices. Yeah, I'm still going to talk about the main topic, but let me pitch this in. That's one of the things that guided me in raising my price, because when somebody says I charge 150k for a flyer design, and you're actually seeing screenshots from their clients paying them this money, and you're like, why are they being paid this and I'm still struggling with 10,000 naira clients? And somebody tells you, why not just strip yourself of that identity and embrace this new identity and just try? The highest thing you will get is no. And for me, I tell my students that no means next opportunity. They did not kill you. They will just say, oh, I cannot work, your budget is too high, and that's it. Let's I'm gonna go back to that, but let's quickly talk about our main topic for today, right? Let's quickly talk about our main topic for today. So I want to show you guys a system that I call the TPR system. Yeah, I want to show you guys a system that is called the TPR system. And T stands for trust, P stands for positioning, and R stands for relationship. Now, if you use the system very well, you are going to start making the right clients that will trust you, pay you what you're worth, and keep coming back. So let's start from the first system, which is called trust. Yeah, trust. I don't know if you've heard this thing that trust is currency. Trust is currency. It's even, I would say, trust is a hard currency. It's a hard currency. So trust is currency. And if your clients do not trust you, they'll question your pricing, they'll question your work, they'll question everything, and you just feel like you're not good enough. Why? Because you've not built that trust yet. You've not built that trust yet. All right. All right. So let's talk about trust. When a client comes to you, let me tell you something before we go into trust. I want you to know that your clients can smell confidence, and your clients can smell when you're very unsure. Yes, they can smell it. That is why there is a difference between, I'm going to use designers as an example because, yeah, that's my niche, right? So there's a difference between a designer that says, oh, I design flyers, I design logos, and I do that. And the next designer that says, oh, I help brands communicate their message with clarity and visuals that will make your target audience want to buy from your brand and make your competitors look irrelevant. There's a difference between those two designers. One designer is saying, oh, I design flyers and logos. The other designer is actually telling you about the problem you're facing and how they can actually help you with solutions for that problem that you're facing. Now, you already pinpointing their pain and giving them solution in just that one line sentence. I'm going to help you create designs or create visuals that will communicate your message in the right format to your target audience and make them pressured to buy from you, and also make your competitors look irrelevant. Right? Two things. You've spoken to the problem, you've told them how you're going to give them solutions, and when you speak with that kind of confidence, you are most likely to get trusted because the clients can smell that, oh, this person knows what they are doing, right? This person knows what they are doing. And so that means your choice of words or your choice of messages matters because it will tell whether you are confident, whether you know what you're doing, or whether you do not know what you're doing. So trust is a very, 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 very important aspect in getting clients that will trust you, that will pay you what you're worth, and that will keep coming back. Another thing is screenshots. Yeah, screenshots and proof of work. I do tell my students to put screenshots and put proof of work from their past clients in their portfolio so that when they're sending it, the clients can actually see that, oh, this is the reviews from other clients. That can also build trust. So if you're a social media manager, if you're a video editor, if you're a virtual assistant, you need to show proof of work, screenshots from reviews from your past clients. And yeah, some of us or some of you might be new into this field and you might have not worked with a real client yet. Now, this is what I do this is what I did when I started out. I go to business owners. I'm not talking about I do not like the idea of fictional projects. Forgive me, but I do not like the idea of fictional projects because why do a fictional project when we have real businesses struggling with their visuals? Why do a fictional project when you have real businesses struggling with their video edits? Why do you do a fictional project when you have real businesses struggling with their social media pages? It's even better to do a free project for a real brand and get real reviews than to sit down and do fictional projects. Yes, that's the mentality I have. So what I would do if I'm a designer and I want to build trust with the clients that are yet to come, right? What I'm going to do is I go to real business owners, whether they have a physical store or whether they have an online market. I go to them, I tell them, oh, your visuals, your marketing visuals are good but can be better, and I want to step in to help you with this. I can actually work for you for a month, and you're going to in turn repay me with a review. Or you can actually do them like just one flyer and tell them to repay you with a review. So that means you're exchanging something for a review, you're exchanging something for testimonials. So instead of you sitting down to do fictional designs, no, you are actually what, doing real projects. And it even makes sense, because if you're the clients that are yet to come, some clients are too extra. They might want to actually verify the brand if you actually designed for them, and they go and check out the pages on social media and they see that, oh, you actually designed for them. It is more trusting than when you go on ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, please create a fake brief for me, and they create a fake brief for me, and these your clients that are extra goes and check out the page and they see that, oh, business cannot be found. I don't know if you're understanding me. So that is why I said what I said, that I prefer you do real jobs for real business owners in exchange for reviews, in exchange for testimonials, and sitting down to do fictional projects, right? So that is that for that. So the clients that are yet to come will see those reviews and see that, oh, this person has worked for this person has worked for that. So you do not have any excuse by saying, oh, I've not had any clients yet, I've not gotten my first client yet. This is just what you can do to actually get reviews in preparation for your first clients, right? So that is that. Also, still on trust, I talked about something, process. Yeah, process, because serious clients, they love when a designer or when why am I using designer? Serious clients, they love when a creative have structures. Yeah, they love when a creative have structures. So when you tell your clients just send what you want, they will feel like this person does not know what they're doing. But when you say, okay, here's how we'll work together step by step, they relax and they will trust you more. Do you understand? Because you're giving them structures. You're not just doing it anyhow. Uh, just send your informations. No, you have to give them guidelines on what you send. Let's say you're a graphic designer. You tell them, okay, send me your brief, the social media handles, the kind of vibe you want. Do you have an idea in mind? Do you see something that you like, that you love to like take inspiration from? Do you understand? So those step-by-step questions, those structures, those process is not just like you're doing something from your head. You're actually putting them inside the work. So it's not look like it's just you. You're working alongside with them, and they love it when you put them inside the job, not you just do your thing and leave them. And when you put your client inside the job, that is when you will have less corrections. Yes, that is when you even have less corrections, because they are involved in every process, in every stage. Yeah, they are involved. Do you understand? So you're going to even have less corrections, right? So trust is built when you organize your work very clear, right? And when you're prepared. So number 2 in the TPR is positioning. Number 2 is positioning. Number 2 is positioning. And this is where a lot of creatives miss it. This is where a lot of creatives miss it. Number 2 is positioning. And sincerely, I'll say it again, that this is where a lot of creatives miss it. In the online space, you hear something like packaging. Packaging is key. A lot of people think packaging is about line. Yeah. Some people think packaging is about line or faking it till you make it. I don't think that's packaging. I don't think that's positioning, rather. I don't think positioning is faking it till you make it. See, we are in a social media world where people, as I've come into this call, from the moment I was added into this call, from the moment I turned on my camera, you've already had a perception about me, even without me saying anything. Right or right? Right or right? Yes or yes? Let me check the chat. Right? Yes. From the moment I was added to this call, you've already had a perception about me. It could be, she's beautiful. It could be, she looks broke. It could be, she looks rich. It could be, Do you understand it? Your mind, even without me saying anything, you've already had a perception about me. And that is the same thing with your social media presence. That is the same thing with your positioning on social media. We are ruled in an online world where people perceive you with the way you position. Yes, people perceive you with the way you position. And if you look like a person that has not handled a 50K job, if you look like a person that has not handled a 100K job, who do you think will pay you that? Who do you think will pay you that? Who do you think will pay you that? So that is why your positioning must be intact. And when I talk about positioning, you don't need to break the bank. No, you do not need to break the bank to position. I became very intentional about the way I appear on social media, the way I position my brand. I was very intentional from the day I started. Like the day I started building my brand, that was like when I ventured into graphic design in 2022. People are surprised that as I did, I also broke. I also broke when I started, but I knew that I have this idea, this goal for my brand. I had this goal for my brand. I wanted to be perceived in a certain way, and I actually worked towards it. I save a lot. Like, if you follow me on LinkedIn, you follow me on Facebook, I always talk about savings a lot, even though I'm a graphic designer, because savings have done to me, the things savings have done to me, or the things savings have done for me, I'm not the kind of person to just move money once and do something. But the thing is, savings has helped me. Savings have saved my life. Let me put it like that. Savings have saved my life, right? So even when I started, I knew I want to be perceived in a certain kind of way on social media. And I saved money to go and take a photo shoot. Yes, I saved money to go and take a photo shoot so that I can appear premium. So that I can appear like, oh, that girl. Even though when I look at that picture 4 years ago, I'll be like, what did I even do? Right? But actually, that was a stepping stone to knowing that I want to be positioned well on social media in order to attract the kind of things I wanted for myself, in order to attract the kind of clients. There are some clients that will not work with you because of how you look. And there are some clients that will not work with you because of how you talk on social media. There are some clients that will not work with you because of how you comment on social media. This guy, Tunde Odukoya, the guy that did a chess Guinness World Record or something. Did you see what happened? Was it last week or last 2 weeks? He put out a job application and somebody was like, oh, I'm interested. And I was like, no, it can't be you, not you. And he actually gave a reason. This guy commented on a tweet where somebody posted a lady and he asked, what can you say about this girl? He now said something that this one don't win. And you're the kind of person you're the person that is commenting that you want to work for a high net worth individual. That's where positioning also matters too. So positioning is not just in how you look. Positioning is in how you comment, what you post, everything about you. That's why you can look at somebody, you might not know this person before, but your mind just tell you, this person is a nepo baby. You've not had any conversation with this person. You don't know anything about this person. Just maybe from the look of the person or from what the person posts, your mind. I was teaching my students something about colors. Yeah, let me digress a bit. I was teaching my students something about colors, and I was telling them that color plays a very important role in the eyes of human beings. That is why you can see somebody wearing black and black, and without the person even saying anything, your mind will be like, I bet this one they go for biryani. And that's the same thing with positioning. That's the same thing with perception. You've not opened your mouth to say anything, but you're already being read by another person. So your positioning matters, especially on social media. If you want to attract high-paying clients, you should be positioned as a high net worth creative. Yes. And so how do you position yourself? How do you position yourself? Stop trying to serve everybody. When you serve everybody, nobody remembers you. Stop trying to serve everybody. When you serve everybody, nobody remembers you. One thing I did in 2025 was to niche down. When I'm writing my posts, there's this CTA that they always teach us that we should put a CTA. So I used to put a CTA at the ending of my post. And I always say, I help founders. Niched. I help founders. I don't work with small business owners. I cannot work with a small business owner. All those WhatsApp vendors that used to come on WhatsApp and be shouting, come and buy from me. Your mom will not die. Come and buy from me. I never chop. I cannot work. If you come to my day, I will not respond to you because I already know you cannot pay me. It's not anything. It's your position. It's what I've read about you. I said, don't judge a book by its cover. Me, I judge book by its cover. You cannot be coming on WhatsApp every day and be shouting, please come and buy from me. I never chop. Your mom will not die. Your daddy will not die. Come and patronize my business. Come and do this one. And you now want to come to my DM and ask me, how much do you design? If I won't tell you my price, if I know that's the end of the conversation. Do you understand it? Right? So I already know the people I want to work with because I cannot work for everybody. I cannot work for everybody. So I actually don't serve everybody because I want to be remembered. That is why anytime somebody is recommending me, there's what you always say, the girl is good though. She's very good though. But her price is also good. I know the kind of good. Her price is also good. And I love it. Sincerely, I love it because it has already helped me filter the kind of clients that will come my way. Yes. And trust me, I've never gotten a bad review. Like, when I see people being dragged, I've never gotten a bad review. Maybe because the sole idea of building my brand was, I had it in mind that your brand must be built on honesty and excellence. Honesty and excellence. Honesty and excellence. Do you understand? So I've never gotten a bad review. That's why people are very confident when they are referring me. Do you get? So that's by the way. But what am I trying to say? Do not serve everybody. You are not for everybody. You're not for everybody. Do you understand? Because when you serve everybody, you're not easily remembered. You're not easily remembered. Don't serve everybody. So the more specific you are, the more valuable you look. Do you understand? So don't just say I'm a creative or I'm a graphic designer, I'm a video editor. Who do you help? What do you help them do? Who do you help is very important so that it will filter for you already. If you want to work with small business owners, beautiful, perfect, lovely. Oh, I help small businesses look good. I help small businesses do this. I help small businesses do that. You already put who you work for there. Do you understand it? You already put it there because you are literally not for everybody. You're not for everybody, right? So another thing is talk about problems, not skills. A lot of people are so obsessed with, oh, I use Photoshop, I use Canva, I use this. Even on Twitter, when I go on X, I'll be seeing designers shading themselves. For 2026, they use Canva. For 2026, they use this one. I'll be like, do clients care about this? Clients do not even care about the tool you're using. They care more about the problems you solve for them, because essentially for anybody to come to you to patronize you, they have a problem. For somebody to meet you and say, oh, your social media manager, please, I want you to help me manage my page. I don't have the time. That's a problem already. So what you're giving them is a solution. They don't need to ask you, or you don't need to tell them, okay, I use Notion, I use this, I use that. They do not care. What they care about is, would you or can you help me solve my problem? And that is it. So talk about the problem, not just the skills, not just the tools, not just your apps. Do you understand? They care about your attention, their growth, and results. They care about their attention, growth, and their results. So they don't care about all those things. So talk more about the solutions. Talk more about the problems, the solutions, Do you understand? That is what they care about, right? Another thing I said here is look like your price. But that's the truth. That's the truth. I was listening to the Global Timmy, and she said a brand reached out to her for her to talk about their products, and they gave her they told her they want to pay her 500. Is it $500? They told her they want to pay her $500. And she said anytime somebody comes to her for any kind of work and they bring their budget, she used to multiply their budget times 3. I was like, wow, this is an insight I just caught. I'm serious. That was she said. They actually used to multiply their budget by times 3 and tell them she's not going to take their budget. She's going to times it by 3 and tell them that amount that no, this is what I'm going to collect. This is what I'm going to collect. And they end up paying her. Most of the time, they end up paying her her own price. And she was like, one of her friends, she was given an instance that somebody also, that same brand might come to the person and offer a lesser budget, maybe because of the kind of way they look on social media. She might tell them, oh, my price is $1,500, and they pay her happily because, let me tell you something, the Global Temi, when you see her, there's some people that you want to work with, your mind will not even agree to price them low. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I was telling my friend the other day that it's been long somebody have come and meet me and tell me, let me like no, even if they want to price, they price, you know, when you're pricing somebody with respect, that's it. When you're pricing somebody with respect, that's because that's still part of positioning. That's still part of you look like your price. If you want premium clients, your positioning, your profile must look premium. Your communication must sound premium, and your work must be premium. Because forget, I will not talk about you looking good online, looking this one to attract white clients, then your work is looking like I don't know. No, that's why I tell my students, see, any skill you're learning graphic design, I want you to sit down. Even if it to take you 1 month, sit down and eat the basis. See, for any skill you want to learn, I'm telling you, the fastest way to learn any skill is to sit down and learn the basics of that skill. Learn the basics, because even the Bible said that if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? What shall the righteous do? The basis is the foundation of that skill. The basis of any skill is like the building blocks. If you do not have a solid foundation, what you're doing, you just be confused along the line. I'm not joking. For you to be very good at any skill, go on ChatGPT, browse the basis, tell ChatGPT. I saw one meme on social media that the person was saying ChatGPT, explain neural anatomy to me like I'm a fool. I'm serious. Like, it just got to me. I was just laughing at it. Like, really? So you can tell ChatGPT to explain a particular skill like you're a 2-year-old. Like, it should explain it to you like you're a 12-year-old or you're a 7-year-old in a way that you will understand. And when ChatGPT explains the basis for you, like, cut it into pieces, you will understand it better. So for you to be good at any skill, please eat the basis. Devour the basis, because that's a stepping stone for you. Do you understand? When you learn the basis of a skill, you're going to stand gallant. So for you to attract or be positioned well, you must look like your price. Your communication must sound premium, and your work too must be premium. Don't come and be calling millions when your work is still looking like something that's supposed to be collecting thousands and 3,000 and 2,000 and this one. Do you get it? So if you want to attract high-paying clients, make sure, try to be excellent. See, in anything you're doing, I built my brand on excellence, and I'm still building my brand on excellence because that's what I want to be known for. Do you understand? Build your brand on excellence. Make sure you're 1% better than you were yesterday. Make sure you're 1% better, even if it's just a small, like, even if it's a very insignificant improvement. Let it be there. Let it be there. That's why I don't stop learning. I take up courses every time, because I know that different designers have different meaning or different perspectives. So I want to learn from different people. I want to take up different courses and see and share from their knowledge and get insight from this person's knowledge, and add to my own. Do you get it? So your work should also look premium. Your work should. I started designing with my smartphone, my Android smartphone. I started designing my Android smartphone, and even when I was designing my Android smartphone, nobody can tell that you did this with your smartphone because my work was so good. I tell my students, do not let your tool define you. Do not let your tool define you. Do not let your tool define you. Rather, let your creativity define you. I think we're running out of time. Do you understand? So let's talk about payments. Why they don't pay you well. If clients keeps beating your price down, it doesn't always mean that client is broke. Sometimes it means you sound unsure, or you don't explain your value well, or you price from fear. So how to fix it? Sell the outcome. Sell the results, not the problem. Sell the results, sorry, not the efforts. Sell the results, sell the outcome, not the effort. Don't tell them, oh, I will work so hard on your work. I will work so hard on your work. No. Rather tell them, oh, this will actually help you attract better sales. It will sell the outcome. Sell the outcome. And also, do not apologize for your pricing. I see this a lot. Someone will be like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, but please, is this. And so why are you apologizing for your pricing? Say your price. I watched Adeoye, somebody told her, what's your number one rule on negotiation? She said, the first person that talks always loses. And that's the truth. Once you tell your client a price, just because once they talk back, you've already won. Anybody that first talk has lost. So do not apologize for your price. Don't say I can reduce it. No, have confidence, because confidence will make your price reasonable. I'm rushing. All right, let's do the last part 4. That's the relationship. Right? That's the relationship. So a lot of people are always looking for clients every time. You will see somebody saying, I'm looking for clients. Why are you looking for clients every time? What happened to your old clients? Why are they not coming back? It's not about attracting. There's a course I took 2023, client attraction and client retention. It's not just about to attract clients, it's about how well do you know how to retain clients. That's where relationship comes in. Some of you, your clients will post that, oh, they lost someone. Ordinary, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. So how are you doing today? You cannot say. You're trying to say I'm sick. You can't even say, oh, sorry, how are you feeling? One girl posted on X that her client said she was sick. She had to pray for the client and all of that. This lady sent her $200 and said, oh, you're the only person that checked up on me. Would that client ever leave that girl? No. So your client's relationship matters a lot. And this is what will make them keep coming back. Your client's relationship matters a lot. So just, if your clients wear a fine cloth and post on their status, oh, you look so good. Apart from them coming back, this will also keep you afloat in their head, so that when somebody says, oh, I'm looking for this person, oh, I get person, and your chat self will be up there because you're always complimenting, oh my god, man, you look so. I do it for my clients very well. I do it for them very well. Oh, you look so good. If they say they lost someone, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, this one, God will do this one. You just add a word of prayer just to build that relationship, because it's not just, see, there's something I wrote. There's something I said, one time clients will make you tired, but returning clients will make you rich. Returning clients will make you rich. If you just have one that, it will make you tired. But when you have returning clients, it will make you rich. So how do you make them come back? Number one is over deliver wisely, not by working for free, but by caring. That's through clear communication, meeting deadlines, and explaining what you did, and also making them feel important. Everybody loves to feel important, right? So also make them feel safe. Do you understand? Clients will return to people who make them feel heard, not always your opinion. No ma, no sir. Sorry, I'm using no ma because I work with a lot of women. I don't know why. So it's not every time, no ma, no sir, no. Do you understand it? So that is it. Also stay in their mind. Like I said, after a project, check in, offer help, suggest improvement. Oh ma, how was the conversion? Did it go well? What happened? What did not happen? Do you understand it? All right. So the secret system in one line. The system is very simple. I said build trust, position yourself right, and create strong relationships. And when you do this, trust me, the right clients will find you. They will pay you what you're worth, and they will keep coming back. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me. My name remains Miracle Edet Okon.
Okay.
I think something is wrong with our network. I don't know.
Can you hear me? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss Miracle. Can you hear me now? Okay, you've not been hearing me since.
No, I can hear you. You can hear you.
Okay, I've been talking for a while now.
Okay,
Okay, I
I
guess
think
it's
your network kicked you out. We're not hearing you.
okay. Okay. Okay, so I was saying that let us appreciate Miss Miracle for such an amazing session because I've been looking forward to hearing her speak. And especially when I read her bio, I saw her LinkedIn profile, six figures graphic designer, and I was like, six figures in an overpopulated industry. How? What are you telling them? But then hearing her speak, you can just perceive the mindset in which she does her work with, and when she kept on emphasizing on excellence and all, like, it just makes a lot of sense. So I want you guys to listen to this very well, take it hook line sinker, run with it, don't just listen and take notes and then go back to sleep. Run with it and come back with testimonies. So if you have questions, please can you drop your questions in the comment section. I'm waiting for your questions so that we do not waste time. And if I don't see any question pop up in the next 2 minutes, we're just going to say our goodbyes. Okay, I can see a lot of reviews coming in. So let me capture that. Let me get a screenshot of the reviews. Let me get a screenshot of the reviews. Thank you so much, ma'am, for tonight's session. Kai, every bit of the session has just been up fire for me. God bless you, ma. God bless you, salvation. Thank you very much. So looks like we have more of reviews than questions. It means that you guys really enjoyed this session. Wisdom overload. Thank you so much, ma. I love. Let me capture the reviews. Great. Adiola says, this is very impactful. Fadila says, you speak out values, Miss Miracle. Ha. Take your flowers, ma. They say you You speak out values. Thank you very much, Fadila. Thank you. Joycey says it was awesome. So from this, I think that I can come to a conclusion that we do not have questions for Miss Miracle. Okay, Victoria says, is it correct to increase your price after completion of design and discovered that the client really stressed you and you delivered more than expected?
All right. So, in the creative industry, there's something called negotiation and there is something called renegotiation. Yes, renegotiation. I think I talked about this in my book, Shut Up and Take Their Money. There is something called renegotiation. And yeah, I got a job from a lady on Twitter and she already sent me the brief and everything. Then when I was working on the job, I noticed that this lady did not give me the real tea when we were talking about the deal. Do you understand? She didn't give me the real tea. So it was when I was looking at the brief, I was like, this is a lot of work. And she was just stressing me with corrections and all of that. Okay, I told her, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. The price I gave you, I was thinking it will cover this, but at this point, no, it's not going to cover. Please, I would like an increase in the price. And yeah, she agreed. And when she agreed, I had to go. ChatGPT is my best friend. There are a lot of things I do not know, but when a situation occurs, I always want to ChatGPT and just explain the scenario. That's why I love the voice feature. The voice is it voice note feature in ChatGPT. I just go explain my life story to him and tell me, what do you think about this? What's it called? And all of that. So I went to ChatGPT. I told ChatGPT, oh, do you know I got a client today and we agreed on, was it 100,000, 120,000 naira? And when I was into the work, it was a lot of this thing. And I had to like tell her, oh, sorry, please, I would like to, can you like help me add extra 80,000 naira to it? And me, oh, I didn't know. Me, I was thinking that she knew that the work was plenty. That was why she agreed. You understand? So I had to like ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT told me that, yeah, that's renegotiation. So there's something called negotiation. That is when you're beating the price and all of that. And there's also something called renegotiation. So that is renegotiation and it's not a bad thing. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. People do it. That's renegotiation.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Miracle. I don't think we have any more questions in the comment section. We only have reviews. We only have reviews. So, guys, I think that you guys have already done the review. You guys know that I'm going to ask, drop your review. So, you went ahead of me and did that. So, I'm just going to capture a screenshot. Thank you very much, Miss Miracle, for this session, and it was really impactful. Thank you for speaking on Dreamforce Africa 2026 on behalf of and Sky team. I appreciate you, and all the Dreamforce Africa participants appreciate you. And that will be all for tonight's session. Okay, guys, after after hearing all that we've spoken about today, I'm sure that you guys are wondering, okay, so what next? What are we doing? What are we doing next? So I we have something a very beautiful offer for you all, and I'm just going to bring somebody on stage to present it right away. Here, give me a minute to bring the person on stage. Okay. So, as I was saying, so we have something quite interesting for you guys, and I know you're going to love it. So, in the next ten minutes, I want to. Who is have don't have a great night yet, oh Joycey. We still have something. We still have something to do. We still have something to do. So I'm just going to bring the person up stage for him to engage you on what we have, the offer that we have for you. The floor is yours, Mr. Joseph.
Okay, confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
This will likely be the 50th time I'll be saying this today as a project manager and a software engineer. All right, guys. My name is Joseph. I'm a product manager and a software engineer at Nomita on all platforms. I'm so excited to. I think I've been, not even thinking. I've been a part of this program from day one, and I'm happy we finally gotten to the end of a 3-day impactful program. There's an ancient wisdom. I think I heard it from one Tony Robbins. I listened to his speech sometime and I heard something. He said, knowledge is not power, it is only potential power. It becomes powerful only when it is applied. This is more or less like a follow-up on a popular statement that usually says knowledge is power. This is an update to that statement. So in all the knowledge you strive to get, it is only powerful when it is applied. For about 3 days, we've all been, some of us, for people that really had to follow for about 3 days, I am so sure to say that you've been behind the screen, you've had some notebook in your hand, taking notes or your tabs, you've been absorbing a lot of strategies, a lot of insights, you've gotten a lot of profound wisdom from the speakers. But one of the danger of a conference like this, especially when it is a virtual one, is the fact that is what I would call the illusion of accomplishment. That's when you feel like hearing the truth has changed you. But in reality, it is the transformation that does not happen in the hearing, it happens in the doing. So the gap between where you are right now and the Dreamforce version of yourself, basically, that you envision is not the lack of information, because you've personally have gotten it. I've received abundance of wisdom from about 5 speakers in 3 days. The gap is execution. As you leave this meeting, as we exit this meeting, what is going to make you stand out from others is when you take one concept, when you take one strategy, when you apply this new knowledge that you've gained for 3 days ruthlessly. That's how you are going to stand out from every other person. I have to extend my profound gratitude to the team. Elizabeth has been so amazing. Elizabeth, thank you for your poise, thank you for your energy, thank you for basically weaving these sessions together. You did so well. I'm so proud to be a team member. I'm so proud to each time I watch your discuss, I was like, oh, you are doing so well. I'm so proud of you, Elizabeth. And then to the captain of this ship, that was our first speaker. I don't know if he's in the comments, I don't know if he's watching us right now, but I think he should. Dan, the sales doctor. Thank you for your vision, your mission to help creators and experts turn their knowledge into scalable income. That is the basic reason why we have a platform like Nsky, the reason why we have Dreamforce Africa. Thank you for leading the charge. To the entire N-Sky team, working tirelessly in the background, managing everything, ensuring that we had this amazing session. Thank you guys. I see you, I appreciate you guys. I'm happy to have you guys as team members too. And I can't forget to also appreciate our listeners, the Dreamforce listeners. Thank you for logging in consistently for 3 days. I feel like people that did not join, they've missed out a whole lot because like yesterday, was it yesterday or first day? I think it was on day one, yeah. When the Godfather was talking, he was literally preaching. I remember I said I was like, hey, we came for a better event and the Godfather is literally preaching. I was tempted to shout right on Papa because that was too much knowledge flying around. And I got it first as a team member and also as a floor member. I was listening, I was taking notes too. Um, to our listeners, again, thank you for prioritizing your growth. And the world is full of distractions. You made a choice to be here, to engage, to learn. You are basically the heartbeat of this event. And to our speakers, thank you. I wouldn't say I was listening to speeches. What I received from this event were basically footprints, blueprints. You guys gave us your time, your hard-earned experiences. I I learned not to. I think for some time I have not spoken at events for free. So I know what it means for someone to set aside his time to share their other experiences. Those are knowledge you would have paid for. I charge to join sessions. I charge to speak at events. So it's not for free. I would not bring my wealth of experience. I will not bring my years of experience. I literally spent money to acquire these experiences and give it for you for free. People don't value free things. But this is free nugget flying around, and I'm scared that some of you might not value it. But I think you should take a different step this time around. So to our speakers, from branding, conversation, sales, organizational growth, design, the value you guys dispense was nothing short of world class, and those guys are good. I've been very poor with building my LinkedIn profile. So I'm happy now. At least I'm close to some LinkedIn pro guys. I'll have to like study their concepts, their strategy. I was listening. I was really listening. I was like, hey, finally I think my LinkedIn is going to have some boost after having listened to those conversations. So finally, like Lizzie said, what's next? That's a very big question, and I'm proud to say I have the answer to you guys, to you all. I have a critical announcement. Today was the third day of this event, but it's special. It's different from every other day. Today is more or less like a launch pad. So, if you've been following N-Sky for a while, you would have I think you must have caught some hints, a preempt on the fact that we are rolling out something really special for you. There's a reason why we have this event. There's a reason why we have N-Sky, and you all are at the center of it. So, within the next few days, I would encourage you guys. I want to, encourage you guys to keep your eyes on our socials. If you're in the groups, stay locked in. We'll be rolling out N-Sky version 3.0, a platform you will have to be a part of. But for tonight, part of the series of impactful programs and things we have for you is what we tend to call the Dreamforce Accelerator Program. More information on this is going to be in the group. The link on your screen is going to take you directly to that group. I'm going to share a whole lot. Why I'm rushing this is by 9:30 I'll be jumping on another platform. So I don't have that luxury of time to go deeply into what the Dream Facilitator program is, but everything will be clearly outlined, fully explained, the benefits, the impact, what you tend to gain from being a part of the accelerators program. So you need to be there. That's why that link is on your screen. So simply just hit that link, https://bit.ly/cap lock, like capital DFA-A. Plenty things, lot of things will be shared in that group. I'm a part of that group, so I'm going to be a part of your journey to greatness. So I think Lizzie, you will just allow this link to be there for a little while, maybe the next extra 2 minutes for them to like click on it. It's also going to be shared in the announcement channel in all the groups, the every single Sky community group. This link is going to be shared there. So be a part of it. More vital updates will be coming your way that you do not want to miss. Engage with us on our socials, Sky on I think Sky official on YouTube, Sky official on Instagram, Sky official on TikTok. So thank you once again for being part of Dreamforce Africa 2026. I feel like this should be a repeating event. It's going to have to like come back to back, back to back to back. This cannot just end in January. If I had my way, this should be like a monthly series. I so wish it could be. But anyways, I'm going to push. I know the sales doctor is going to likely I'll make some offers to him to see how we can have this back to back. So I look forward to seeing you guys at the top. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. You guys heard it. So click the link displayed on your screen. If you've gotten it, you can just say hi in the comment section. I'm also going to drop it in the group and the announcement channel and all. But people that did not attend this session are going to be asking, what is it for? What is it for? I'm not going to come and answer what is it for today like this. So you all that attended the session, if they are asking what is it for, please reply them. I'm going to open the group so that when I drop the link, people can ask questions. And then if you have any question you wanted to ask the speaker and you weren't able to ask it, you can just drop it in the group as well, and I will forward it to the speaker. When they have the time, they will send me the answer and I'll forward it back to you. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for joining tonight's session. Thank you for sticking with us for 3 whole days. So we've done a boot camp. Can we safe to call it a boot camp? A virtual boot camp, because we've been together for 3 whole days. I've got a new friend. I know Amanda. I know Fadila. I know Adiola. I know Kende Joy. I know those people that have been so active. I know Joyce. So I've gotten new friends. And then I remain Elizabeth Adaji from Sky, and I wanted to say I am your host, but I'm done being your host. So I was your host for Dreamforce Africa 2026. It was a nice time. And this is say, why does it feel like a goodbye? It's not a goodbye. We will subsequently be having sessions, maybe not on YouTube Live, but we'll be having sessions in the group, having impactful sessions, inviting speakers to come and speak to us. But then from time to time, from maybe like a month, we will have sessions like this on YouTube, and so that you can go back to just watch it and all. Thank you, Adiola. Thank you for your compliments. And it is at this point I feel like sharing. I feel like we should share wine and we should make a toast and we should, before we say the goodbyes, because I'm not gonna be talking to you guys for, like, I'm still going to talk to you guys in the group, but that would be chat, right? But it is fine since we are not sharing wine. I'm just going to, okay, me, I have Chi Exotic here, but all of you can just take whatever you have. I can share amongst yourself. Cheers to you all. And this is the point where I say goodbye, and I will be ending the live stream now. Have a great night, guys. Virtual wine, oh Adiola, virtual wine, my sister.